So we're glad that the family got away for a trip to Colorado for the week, but while we were gone, the Fed decided to raise interest rates. Now this could mean some big changes for us. But first, we gotta do some demo.
So while we were doing the demo, we thought we'd let the kids have some fun with it too.
We really gotta start thinking about Plan B. My name's Brandon McFarling, and I'm a real estate agent and multifamily contractor here in Austin, Texas. We're already over budget, so we've got to get the guys out here. A few years ago, when our family size grew from 2 to 4 kids overnight, we decided we needed a bigger home. 1,000 decisions that have to be made throughout this whole process. You miss stuff. And this time it's going to be probably pretty expensive, but we've got to figure out what we're going to do. So in the hottest real estate market in decades, we found a house, but it's going to need a lot of work. This is it. She's a beauty, right?
Kind of feels like the floor is shaking.
So to save some money, I teamed up with my wife, Melissa, and we're going to do the renovation contracting ourselves. Because hey, how hard can it be? So getting away to Colorado with the family was great. We were able to spend a lot of good time together. Where we were was kind of remote, so there really wasn't a lot of internet access, so we didn't really have our phones or the computer with us, so it was a good way to just disconnect from everything. So we're glad that the family got away for a trip to Colorado for the week, but while we were gone, the Fed decided to raise interest rates. Now this could mean some big changes for us.
In an effort to fight inflation, the Federal Reserve expected to raise its interest rates again.
Federal Reserve raising interest rates by 50 basis points to a new range of 4.25% to 4.5% as expected.
Not good news if you were trying to check out a loan.
Right, here we go again. The Fed is likely to increase interest rates by 0.75 points, 75 basis points.
The Fed saying ongoing rate hikes will be appropriate.
All right, well, hopefully this will be pretty easy. I mean, things in the market have been selling really quickly, so I feel confident that this one we'll be able to put it on the market and sell it relatively quickly. The house has been updated. We've, all new cabinets, countertops. We've gutted it down to the studs. We did all this years ago, but all of that has been updated, so there's all new wiring, plumbing. It's basically a brand new house, so I'm hoping that things will go well, and I guess we'll find out soon. Hope this works. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks and we're really not even getting a whole lot of showings. For a while, it was just people were putting offers in, sight unseen, interest rates were low, job market was going crazy here in Austin, and it was just kind of a feeding frenzy on houses. There's a little bit of confusion about what's going on in the economy, and people are really tightening up, and they're just waiting to see what happens. So they're just not putting all these overpriced offer in on houses. But it just takes one, and so we're hoping that that person will come in that still has the budget that we're looking for so that we can get top dollar for this house, because we really need it to be able to finish this project. Okay, now it's been 2 months and we're still getting hardly any showings. This is frustrating and getting a little bit scary because no one's even looking at the house. I've called several realtor friends of mine and they're seeing the same thing. No one really knows what's going on, but we're just not getting the showings. We really got to start thinking about Plan B.
Hey man, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Just driving to one of the make-readies. Just calling to kind of check in. I've had that house on the market, my house, for about 2 months now, and man, I'm just not getting any action, and I'm just curious if you're seeing the same thing or if this is something that's unique to me.
I was wondering about that because I drove by it just yesterday and saw the for sale sign out there. No, this is not unique to you. This is actually, I've got a house 1 block over and a mile away from your house that have both been on the market now for 2.5 months, one and the other about 2 months. And I've had one offer. I did an open house 3 weeks ago and literally had nobody show up. So
Wow.
yeah, it's not just for you.
Wow, yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. I've had open houses and nobody shows up. You just get a few curious neighbors that are just looking at it. But man,
You know, on top of that, I've been seeing some other my friends that are selling homes in other parts of Austin. Same issue. I can't tell you, like in the last 3 months, 3 months ago even, we had homes going up and selling in days for 10 to 20% over, and now people are waiting right now to see what's going on with this rate increase.
yeah, this is crazy. I would never have expected that.
Well, stay in the fight, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm in the same boat here.
All right, man. Well, I'll keep you updated.
All right.
All right, we'll see you. Bye. So plan B is renting the house. The good news is that the sales market is down, but the rental market is still doing really well. And the house is close to downtown and it's in a really good spot. So I think we can get top dollar for renting the house. So hopefully we can rent the house. And then another option would be to get a line of credit off of the equity that we have in the house. That way we can do the renovation and then sell the house when the market gets a little bit better.
USA Insulation's premium injection foam fills the gaps in walls to create a barrier around your home, allowing you to be the one to decide what the temperature should be. So if it's hot outside, it can be whatever you want inside.
USA Insulation.
Okay, some good news. We found some renters for our house. We also found another house that's about a half mile from the renovation that we're doing. And that owner's actually in a very similar situation. He's trying to rent his house out and then he'll be selling it in about 9 months. So we have to get the house done so that we can move into it within that time frame. So the clock is ticking. Okay, so we really want to get started on this house, but we can't actually start anything until all of the plans have been approved and all the permitting has been approved. And so in order to get the ball rolling, I'm able to get what's called an exploratory demo permit, which basically means we can take down cabinets and pull off drywall to see what's behind the walls. Because at this point, we don't know. We've seen some mold places, we've seen some signs of damage, but we won't really know until we start pulling off some sheetrock what's behind the walls.
So in order to make this house work for our family, we're gonna have to do some major changes. Move the fireplace to the side of the living room so we can see out the back. Move the stairs to the front of the house. Expand the kitchen and use the space from the dining room to make a mudroom and a place for a walk-in pantry.
But first, we gotta do some demo.
Found a wire down under the baseboard. Just keeps going all the way around the house. That's fun. Found a trim nail right through the middle of it too.
So while we were doing the demo, we thought we'd let the kids have some fun with it too.
I think they'll really enjoy it. They get to knock holes in the walls and not get in trouble.
Wow, look at that hole. Is that fun? Keep going. All right. Wow. Do it again. Look at that huge hole. Nice.
Oh, wow. Daddy.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, get it again. Wow.
Oh, look. Daddy, show your this again.
That's good, man. Good job.
Goof-proof secret number 12.
Did I ruin it, boss?
If that was possible, you wouldn't be here.
No wet edge application required. Ready Seal. Goof-proof stain and sealer for wood. Literally anyone can do it.
So we knew there'd be a lot of debris from the demo, but the fireplace was crazy. There was so much stone and mortar. It was a lot thicker than we expected, so it just caused a huge mess. So we're wrapping up all the exploratory demo where we took down cabinets and drywall so we can really see what's behind the walls and know what we're working with. The next thing we have to do is figure out the tree situation in the back. We hired a arborist to come out to kind of help us navigate. It's kind of a unique situation where we have to decide, is this one tree or two trees? And that changes the critical root zone, which is basically the area that you can build up to. And so we've had this consultant come in. They gave us all the information that it is in fact two trees. We did all the plans with the architect, the structural engineer, and we got all of that submitted to the city, so we thought everything was going to be great. It turns out that the city interprets this as one tree, and the reason that's important is it changes the critical root zone. And so now the critical root zone is in a different spot, so we have to go back to the architect and the structural engineer and redesign the plans. And so we don't know how long this is going to take. So now that we've started all the demo upstairs, we've removed a bunch of walls and decided where we're going to move stuff. We've noticed that most of the subfloor is gone and we're going to have to replace it. We decided to go back with a thicker subfloor. I think this will really help with the kids, the noise transfer from upstairs to downstairs. So we're just going to end up doing all new subfloor. It kind of the only thing that makes sense right now. We finally heard back from the city. They've determined that it's one tree. We've redone the plans, we've done everything they've asked. So the next step is to go back there and start digging in the ground. We have piers that we have to put down for this type of slab. We have to do what's called air spading, which is they basically just take high pressure air and they do that to dig so that it doesn't damage the roots. Because when we dig these piers, we can't cut any roots that are bigger than 1.25 inches. And so we do this air spading to see where we can actually put these posts.
Where are all the brushes, boss?
Not gonna need them.
Goof-proof secret number 4.
How are we gonna smooth out all the runs and streaks?
There ain't gonna be any.
No back brushing required. Ready Seal. Goof-proof stain and sealer for wood.
So on the front porch, we decided to really expand the front porch out. The size of it originally was kind of small, and we really wanted a spot where we could sit outside on the front porch and really have space up there. And so we ended up extending it a couple feet out, and so in order to do that, we had to demo the old slab and re-pour it. So we have this huge beam that we're putting in, and we ended up having to do this beam because we didn't want to have a column right in the middle of the kitchen. And so this beam is actually 2,000 pounds once you pack it out with all of the 2x12s on it. But this is gonna allow us to not have any columns and have an unobstructed space in the kitchen. Well, here it is.
Wow, it looks a lot different than when we was first over here taking a look at it with you.
Yeah, so the stairs and the fireplace were on the back side of the living room. And we wanted to open that up so you could see the backyard and the view. The other problem is we don't have time, like the guys are here now, so we have to make a very quick decision.
I think if it's something that's really gonna bother us, it's worth looking into.
It's like there's 1,000 decisions that we're making, and it's like kind of a big thing to miss, but.
Okay, I think it's worth looking into.
So while we were doing the demo, we thought we'd let the kids have some fun with it too.
Yeah, I think they'll have fun banging holes in the walls. I don't know what that. I was thinking too much. Trying to remember. Paige. Walker. Tess. Farrah. I don't know. That's kind of wordy. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if that's confusing. It's like, which house? Like, what are we doing here? But. We're doing our remodel. Sorry. But we can't officially start anything until all the plans have been approved through the city and all the permitting and everything has, I don't know what the.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.